Okay, let's get started. So for this series, it is called In the Beginning. Like I explained to you in the other video, anything and everything has a beginning. Your life had a beginning, right? At the beginning, your parents gave you a name. However, you are not just a name. You have higher faculties. There are certain things that were given to you that we don't normally use. Like I was explaining to you in the other video, we are God's highest form of creation. We, whether you believe it or not, are a spiritual being. That's right. What do I mean by that? So if you were created in the spiritual realm, that means that anything that you do, anything that you're supposed to do, anything that you're supposed to walk out should come from the spiritual realm, should come from where you came from, right? That means that your circumstances, your environment, everything that you do in the natural is not necessarily the state that you would be comfortable in, right? Because you came from the spiritual realm. Now, that's opposite of what we normally believe in, right? Because we think that if I don't see it, then that means I will not believe it, right? We don't operate in the spiritual realm. We don't operate in the supernatural realm. We operate in the natural realm. So my challenge to you is to begin to tap into what God has provided for you as God's highest form of creation. Okay? Here is what I want to challenge you on. Now, for the longest time, you can either go one way or another. You're either going to have to go to science or religion in order for you to get explanations to some of the things that I'm talking about. If I say that you're God's highest form of creation and you try to go to religion so that it can explain it to you, you're going to get different answers. If you go to science, you're going to get a lot of different answers, my friend. Okay? But you're either get it through theology or science, right? Now, I'm not going to tell you who is right and who is wrong. I'm going to tell you what has worked for me, and I'm going to tell you what I know to be true, okay? Now, there is such a thing as truth, okay? Believe it or not. Truth is truth, bottom line. It always has been, it always will be. There is no such thing as, because see, there's got to be a plumb line to this world. There's got to be a plumb line as it pertains to truth, right? The problem is when we disagree with what a person believes to be true, that's where the problem becomes. This person doesn't agree. This person doesn't agree. Then there's a conflict. And so we think, oh, then that's not true. Or this person is, well, you think it's not true just because you don't believe it, right? So where is the balance here, right? Well, there's not really a balance because there is a truth. The only thing is we're not aware of the truth. That's the only thing. When we were little, and let's say that we had a cat, okay? Our cat, when we were very little, our parents told us, look, that's a kitty. Now, over time, we learned that anytime we saw any animal that looked like our kitty was a kitty, right? Common sense. Now, somewhere along the line, when we were babies, we were like, at the beginning, we would just say, meow, right? My little girl, she doesn't say kitty, she says meow, right? That's what she knows. That's what she's aware of in that moment. Now, I can go and tell her, baby, that's not a meow, that's a kitty. That is a cat. She does not have the awareness yet of that thing. And I'm not just going to call her stupid and tell her that you're dumb because she doesn't know yet. She's not aware of it. You're just not aware of the things that are accessible to you. Okay? That's all it is. You are ignorance can be attached to like a bad word if you call somebody ignorant. But being ignorant just simply means that you're not aware of something. I'm ignorant of certain things, right? So somewhere along the line, this baby or this kid grows up, and then they know, they're aware that's not just a kitty, it's a cat. Oh, so that same animal, it's a meow, a kitty, and a cat. It's the same thing. They're aware of it now. They go to school and the teacher says, okay, we're going to learn how to spell. Do you guys know what this is? And she shows them a picture of a cat. What is it? Everybody says, it's a cat, right? And then she says, okay, now I want you to tell me what this is. And then she writes down C-A-T on the board. And she tells everybody, does anybody know what that is? And they don't know their ABCs yet, so everybody's just like, no. Now, they do though. They know that that's a cat. They're just not aware that C-A-T means cat. And they don't know yet. They don't have cells of recognition in their mind of what that is. Okay? Are you tracking with me? So now what does that mean? Now then she says, okay, I want you to repeat after me. Say, K. Everybody says, K. Say, A. Everybody says, A. Now say, T. Everybody says, T. And now she says, now I want you to say it fast. K-at. K-at. Right? They say it over and over again, and they're like, cat, cat, cat. Wait, cat. That's what that is. So now, bam, they just build new cells of recognition in their brain. And now they know that C-A-T means cat, right? What do they know now? They're now aware of something, okay? That's the same thing. You and I are not aware of certain things, which is why we're not able to do those things. It's not that you don't want to make $100, $200, $300,000 a year. It's just you're not aware of how to do it. It's not that you don't want to be healthy. It's just that, well, either you really don't because you're lazy or you're not aware of how to do it. It's not that you want to have horrible relationships. It's just that you're not aware of how to do it. It's not that you hate God. It's just that you're not aware of how awesome and loving and incredible He is. All that you have been aware of is religion. That's what I want to present to you. God did not institute religion. Man did. Okay? Man created religion. God never wanted religion to be this religious thing. Okay? He wanted a family. God wanted a family. He created you and me in His image and likeness to be like Him. To be like Him. Who is God? God is a creative being. That means that you and I are creative. We create things. What's another thing? He has authority and dominion, right? What does that mean? That you and I can have authority and dominion. Here is the last thing that I'm going to leave you with, okay? God created you in His image and likeness. And He said, let them have dominion over the earth. He did not include Himself in that dominion mandate. What does that mean? That means that you and I are supposed to have dominion and authority over this world. So anybody that says, how could God allow that to happen? How could God allow that thing to happen to that person? He was a good person. She was a good person. Why would God's sitting up there thinking, I wanted to get involved. I want to get involved, but people won't allow me. Any supernatural thing that must happen in this world has to come through a man or through a woman. It has to come through a being, a creative being. It has to come through a human, whether it's evil or good. It's not just going to happen. God's not just going to come out of nowhere and say, I'm going to save the world. Okay? He has to do it through a person. So if you want something to happen in the world, something good, it may have to come through you. Now, we have gone through some tough stuff, right? We've gone through some messed up stuff, okay? And there's not like a specific answer as far as to why that happened. I'm just simply here to present to you that it wasn't His fault and that He wants you to take authority over your life, have full responsibility over your life. And our goal is to show you how to begin to take authority over your life. So I want to leave you with that in this video as the foundation, okay? You are supposed to have authority and dominion over your circumstances, over your environment, and you are more than capable of doing it.